Page 6, Carol of the Bells. Well, this is a lively one. 3/4 time, no sharps or flats in the key signature. We're in the key of C major. Make sure you can do the C major scale. I got a video on that. Go do it. Okay. Let's just check some things. I have some fingering suggestions I'd like to make. At the beginning in the right hand, you're here. It's a 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Not bad. And then 1 and 2. Oh, this is fun. This is what you're doing all the time until you get to measure 17. Then you get 2 notes. Boy, that's delightful. Now on measure 21, they want you to come up from here. The measure, your ending measure 20 here. They want you to come up to here. This, okay, if you want to do that. Sometimes we have to do that, but you don't have to do that. I could go from measure 20 here to measure 21. I could just reach up and do 2 here, and then thumb. So and now I'm here. It's just a way of changing hand positions without having to jump all over the place. I just kind of walked there. So measure 20 is here, and then the 2-4, then thumb, and I'm there. I don't like using the same finger on repeated notes, especially when it's fast. However, it just complicates things, because I could fix it so we can use different fingers on the repeated notes, but I'm just making something else more difficult. So we'll just leave it the way it is. Now, when I get to measure 26, that's with 1 and 2, not 1 and 3. I'm not going to go here. No, it's 1 and 2 and then 3. In the last 2 measures of that line, it's measure what? 29, 3 and 3. 1 and 2 and then 3. You've had that before, okay. Left hand, let's see what it's up to. Well, you're here and then here. Well, isn't that fun? It's an octave. Just lift up and move, and good luck getting there. And then here, and then here, and then here. You're moving around. There's other fingerings I could offer so we don't move as much, but this is kind of fun, and you need the practice, so let's just do this. Then on measure 9, you get treble clef. You're up here. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2. And then on measure 17, you get bass clef back. These are half notes now. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 and 1 there. 2, 3. And on measure 22, I do a 2 on the F sharp. This way my thumb is ready for the G. You can do a thumb on both if you'd rather, but when I have this kind of a passage, I just save the thumb for that. And then going on, measure 25. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I mean, I could have done 5 and 2 here too, and save the thumb for the F. But I didn't. I mean, there's no right way to do it. Just whatever you want. Try what you want, but be consistent. Once you've decided how you're going to do it, keep doing it that way for that piece. Another piece, you might do it different. And then what, measure 29 is 1 and 2 and you have F sharp and G sharp. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and. So you're just using these notes. That's fine. And then on measure 33, you get bass clef back because you had treble clef. Did I say you were in treble clef? I can't remember now, but you were in treble clef there. But now it's bass clef from measure 33 down here. Just reach up or just lift up, move. No sharps here, just all white keys. And then the last 3 measures, back to treble clef. Oh, isn't this great? The 4. What is going on? Well, put the hands together. This should be interesting. Now, again, we're just trying to get the hands so you can hesitate all you need to. Just make sure the hands are working together here. Here. and then measure 9. Well, you measure 8, you're here, and then come up. Now remember, the left hand's just a quarter note. So each time as I play the B, I lift up. And then measure 17, we're in half notes in the lift up when you play the A. Now, I'm a little fast, you can work it out. Measures 29 to 30. It should sound like one hand played all of that. Here, so that's what we want. And then going on, right hand comes up, and the left hand goes down. And as you're playing this, left hand's got to come up. Here. Well, that's fun. It's kind of a fun piece, though, once you get past the, what note am I supposed to play when? So you go through and work it out and get rid of the hesitation. So it's you go as slow as you want to go, it doesn't matter, but no hesitations anywhere. And then the articulation, just play it as best you can. They give you staccatos in the left hand and marcatos both. Measure 9. You see the left hand, you have a dot and the arrow. The arrow is a marcato. A marcato is a strong accent. And staccato is short, so it's a... And then for the half notes, of course, you don't get staccatos there. They want you to... And you don't need the marcatos anymore, just play them. So forth. So that's really about the only articulation they're giving you. Okay. Now once you get to know it and you get comfortable with it, you can change things slightly. If you want a few more staccatos someplace or accents someplace, put them in. But right now, just stick with what's written. Dynamics. Well, it's almost like a duet. So it's really both hands here. Measure 21, crescendo, poco, al poco. Well, you're already loud, and you're only going to go up to very loud. So if you want to come down a little bit to moderately loud, so you got more room to get louder, then measure 21, moderately loud, just a hair louder, loud. Now you're loud. Well, that's a problem, because it takes more exertion, more force from the muscles to play louder on a piano. I'm using more weight, but it still takes more muscle action. Well, more muscles means slower. It's very difficult to play really fast and very loud at the same time. And this is both. It's both. So do the best you can with it, but try and stay loose. Try and keep the wrist flexing as you're doing this. It's not quite so bad when it's just one note at a time, but as when you got multiple notes going, it's a challenge. So do the best you can with that. Because you're staying very loud for the rest of the page, except the very end. The last couple of measures come down as soft, and you're slowing down. So the last line is very loud. And you start here very loud, start slowing down. He's done moderately soft. Take a little practice on that, but you can work it out. Speed, well, it's fast, but it's got to be accurate, so it's got to be your fast, not my fast. You take it your fast. I've been going about my fast, I think. So forth. If your fast is If that's your fast, that's good enough. Close enough, as long as it's accurate. If that you can't play it accurately that fast, then slow it down. Now they've added pedal. And pedal is kind of nice, this carol of the bells. We want some bells going on here. Well, we don't want it to get too smeary. Well, according to what they're doing, you're going to be smeary through most of it. Actually, you can get away with it in this piece if you want, through most of it. Now I'm going to go ahead and use overlapping pedal here. Change it after I play the note. See, we lose our staccato in the left hand, but we want the blurriness still. So we're putting up with that. I'm still doing the marcato. Marcato, remember, is a strong accent. And get off it with the hands. Just play it as a staccato, whether you hear it staccato or not. Here, you've got to change the pedal with it. You can't overlap the pedal or you lose the note. See, I've got a pedal right with it on this one. And if it's easier for you to do it that way throughout, then do it that way throughout. That's on measure 29 and 30, don't pedal those. We don't want to smear that, so don't pedal those. And then go ahead and... There. And that's sort of the pedaling. Experiment with it and see, listen very carefully to the sound and how the pedal is changing the sound, and experiment a little bit. Now, when I get to lead-ins, I connect the lead-in to what follows it. For instance, on measure 8 here, going to measure 9, to me that leads into it. Measure 8 leads into measure 9. And when I do that, I connect it. They have it. I don't agree with that. I would connect those two measures together. It's the same thing, a measure 36 going into measure 37, I would connect those. Here, connect it together. Here. That's my impression of it. I like to play it with you very slowly. Now let's just double check everything. I'm not going to pedal it because you can hear it better if I don't, and you can do the pedaling on your own. I just got through more or less demoing it with pedal anyway. So I'll give us 3 counts. Let's just do it very slowly together. 1 and ready and go, and 1 and... 2, 3, off.